Alright, thanks for joining us at NWTCG. We're going to go ahead and talk about a Sultai Thassa Elementals deck. The deck runs 4 Gilded Goose, 2 Hero of the Gate, 3 Assassin Trophies, 2 Fine Infernalities, 3 Mystical Disputes, 1 Quasi Duplicate, 2 Overgrowth, 4 Risens, 3 Thassas, 2 Rituals of Suit, 2 Cavaliers of Night, 3 Yaruk, the Desecrated, 3 Agents, 1 Nyx Bloom Agent. When it comes to lands, we're running 4 islands, 1 castle of Lock Lane, 2 swamps, 1 Witch's Cottage, 4 forests, 4 watery graves, 4 overgrown tombs, 4 breeding pools, and 1 Temple of Mystery. If I could, I would probably add probably 3 more temples and take out 1 island and 1 forest. I just don't have enough warriors, but that's what I would most likely do. The deck, it's just like any elemental deck you probably play. You're trying to play Risen Reef, really enjoy those triggers. Since it is an ETB trigger, we are running the Desecrated to really double up on our ETBs, which is why we play Agent of Treachery, Cavalier of Night. They all are ETBs, so we're just trying to really enjoy that. Thassa helps us enjoy our ETBs a little bit more. The Gilded Goose is to help us get Risen Reef out on turn 2. Sometimes it does do other things as well, like gaining the life out of those food tokens every time it enters the battlefield. Sometimes it's nice to just pay 2 mana and gain that life. Heal the Gilead is in here again to gain life, and it is elemental, so it will trigger Risen Reef. We're playing Assassin's Trophy because being able to destroy any target permanent is usually really good in the game, even if it's 2 mana and technically ramps your opponent a basic land. It's still good 2 mana destroy any permanent. Still pretty good. We're playing Find just because there's times where you just want to get back your creature cards and put them in your hand for 2 mana. Is very neat. And worst case scenario, you can use the finality part to have a board wipe that could destroy something that's indestructible. Because it does neg. 3 Mystical Disputes in the main, just because it's really nice to have some form of counter spells. And in case you're playing against a blue deck, it gets even better as a 1 blue counter target spell unless it pays 3. So it's just really good. I think Mystical Dispute is one of the best counter spells we have right now in the meta. Mystical Dispute is just so strong against another blue deck, and at worst case scenario, it becomes a 1 up cost mana leak. Mana leak costs 2 mana instant speed, counter target spell less the controller pays 3. So it has its benefits. There's sometimes where it's really good, and sometimes when it's just like average, which isn't bad. Quasi Duplicate, it's in here because it has Jumpstart mostly, and in here because it could copy my Risen Reef and just let me enjoy those triggers. Worst case scenario, you could discard it if you're drawing too many cards and still play it with the Jumpstart ability. Overgrowth Elemental can gain you a little bit of life every now and then. It does have NTB of putting a counter on a creature, an Elemental, and then we're going to run 4 Risen Reefs, which are, if you don't know what Risen Reef does by now, watching this channel, you haven't been watching the channel long enough. Risen Reef is really good. Either putting a card in your hand or putting a land on the battlefield. Abuse it. Abuse it. Thassa is great in here. I love Thassa. I am playing 3 of her, which may seem like a lot. Worst case scenario, don't play the only one. Discard if you're drawing too many cards. There hasn't been many moments where it got answered, but you could definitely answer it. There's plenty of ways to answer indestructible enchantments. You just have to run it in your deck. It's really that simple. You can play Banishing Light, even the I can't remember his name, but that 4-cost Planeswalker. He could technically get rid of this as well for a bit. So there are ways to get rid of indestructible enchantments, but just re-triggering my ETBs with her is really great. And that tap another target creature, if you have the mana, could save you a couple turns. Ritual Sit is in here because it's the best 4-cost black board wipe that I really have to use. If they made another permanent just 4-cost board wipe in black, that'll be really great because it's needed. Cavalier Knight It has lifelink, which does help against more fast-paced decks, more aggressive decks. ETB can destroy target creatures, which is very important. And when it dies, it does get back a creature with converted mana cost 3 or less, which usually gets the Risen Reef. Yorak, you see it in here again because he doubles ETBs. He also has lifelink and death touch, which can be very important. Agent, steal things. It's an ETB trigger. Steal a lot of things. End step, draw a lot of cards if you stole a lot of things. It's one of the key cards in here. We're playing 3 of, just because it's so high cost. We're also playing a Nyx Bloom Ancient, which is really a run through. Like, if I felt like Nyx Bloom Ancient wasn't doing enough, I'd probably just run 4 Agent of Treacheries in this deck, to be honest. But the times I have played the Nyx Bloom, it has been really nice just to unload everything and have a lot of mana. A lot of mana. So, one Nyx Bloom Ancient doesn't seem too bad. The sideboard, what I run in my sideboard is Flip the Loss. It's just 2 costs, draw a card, ETB trigger. Nice. Going against control deck, negates. Going against control deck, 3 Destiny Spinners. My stuff can't be countered. If you feel like you need more removal, Murderous Rider is really good at removing things and could gain you life in a late game by recasting it again. Ashiok is in here to deal with decks that really rely on graveyards, which, there are some of them out there because of that escape ability. Threx the Sunstorm is in here. I'm more of a still playtesting this deck. I don't really know if he's going to be good or not, but he is an elemental. He has flash, flying, and he makes spells with converted mana cost 5 or greater, cost 1 less, and can't be countered. So hopefully I get in a game where he's nice. I haven't played a lot of games where I use the sideboard a lot, to be honest. Just been playing the ladder. We also play Cavalier of Thorns. ETB's pretty nice, also an elemental. Then when it dies, it also has a decent trigger on it. So we're running the Cavalier of Thorns mostly because it's an elemental, just like Thrix. More elementals, the better. We're playing 1 Cavalry of War just to really cover a lot of base out there. Artifacts, enchantments, lands, planeswalkers, creatures. It could just really hit a lot of things, and I think the way the decks are getting built, they have a lot of these things. Some of them are playing artifacts, some of them are playing enchantments, because with this set, a lot of enchantments got released out. So it is really nice that, and it could also hit, like how this is an enchantment creature, also could hit this as an enchantment, then hit another regular creature, like let's say they had Murderous Rider, you could hit that. So you can hit that as enchantment, and then hit this as a creature, which is very, very good, because a lot of creatures just have that enchantment text just slammed right on them. So let's go ahead, I think that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and play it out and see what happens. Again, this is Sultai, Thassa, Elementals. We're going to go ahead and see what happens. Hopefully I can show you guys some decent games. And even in games that the deck lost, it didn't feel like it was like a total loss. Because it's very close. And this hand is keepable. It really is. The only thing I could wish for is maybe having a Birds, my bad, I was about to say Birds of Paradise. Gilded Goose. Having a Gilded Goose. I'm going to keep it for sure. I'm going to hold off on playing the Halo Glade, because really you want to play it once you have the Risen Reef out. That's when you really want to play it. I got 2 Risen Reefs, which is very nice. I'm not sure what this guy's doing playing with this guy. Guess maybe he played against a lot of decks that played Planeswalkers. Hopefully I get a land off of this, that's what I really want, and I did. Yeah, all the time when I play Risen Reef, it's just like, give me lands. Give me lands off of it. I do want one more green. If I have another green source, that'd be the best thing. I did not get that other green source, but it does happen. We will play the Risen. Oh, just got it. A little late now, but it is there. In a past turn, I think I have 1, 2, 3 swamps. So even if that one dies, I can play the Witch's Cottage and put a Risen Reef back on top of my library. No blocks. So yeah, that's probably where we're gonna go with that. The forest. I could also just like board wipe and get rid of a lot of those guys. That's also another thing that definitely I'm gonna do that because it just talking distracts me apparently. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Because what I meant to do was play the Witch's Cottage, but I guess I forgot. Ooh, okay. So that was that. So many things I could do. I think I'm definitely gonna go ahead and play the Witch's Cottage. Take that action. And then I think I'm just gonna pass. I do have this Nyxbloom Ancient, but the thing is, like, he just gives you a lot of mana. I don't really have anything in my hand that's like, ooh. So yeah, look what I drew. Let's go ahead and get this. I can't ask for much more. Don't really want to take the damage, but I'm going to. Yep. This guy has flying, so that is annoying. No blocks. So decent things here. I think I am gonna go ahead and play him. At this point, I do think it does enough where it's good. So yeah, see, it's doing enough where it definitely is decent. So now I get to scry. Another one on top of my library. I don't necessarily hate that. I don't necessarily hate that. And that's the reason why we didn't want to kill him, because I kind of figured I would want to sacrifice this guy to... Probably going to do it on that. I don't really want to sacrifice any other creature, though. I really don't, so I'm going to go ahead and decline that for now. I have 5 men. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I have 1 more green, so we're definitely going to go ahead and play. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, see, that's why I was holding on that guy. So good. But you just got to have, like, things in your hand to do. Let's get another one in. This is really, and I go first, so yeah, we're definitely going to keep this hand. This is one of those pretty decent starting hands. Pretty decent. Hopefully he doesn't have too much early removal. Even if he does, it's not the end of the world. I do want to land more than anything else. I think I'm going to hit the Gilded Goose, I think. I'm definitely going to probably keep up counter magic. So, no attacks, end turn. Because you know what, I think he's going to play the three block. No, he's going to play another one of those, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and respond to that. The guy gets annoying after a while. I could also just let it happen, because I get to pick what card it is, but I'd rather not. So this is a pretty okay start. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm where I want to be right now. That's okay. I'm gonna gain control of that actually, and then he's probably just gonna scoop. To be honest. And, yep. Look at that. Look at that. So look at that. Look at that. All right. So yeah, that was just like a 3-minute game. Let's do another one. So again, Sultai, Thassa elementals. Not bad. I mean, I think elementals, you can mix them up in a lot of colors and still get something good out of them. This hand is honestly a little on the slow part. I could probably just keep it, but let's try to get something a little faster, which we did. Look at that. Alright, keep 6. We're also going to get rid of the agent just because I don't know where this might lead or might not lead. Oh, you're one of those. You are one of those. If I can, I'm going to hold off on playing the Witch's Cottage. If I can, there's not a guarantee that I'll be able to do that, though. No guarantee on that part. Good. I might have to suck it up and play this Witch's Cottage, but again, I'm gonna try to wait. He's gonna start going off soon, so I need to kill that. And knowing my luck, I'm not gonna draw Assassin's Trophy because I'm just that unlucky at times. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely block. Let him do his little tricks because I know he has some. Like I said, I knew he had some tricks. Definitely knew he had some tricks. I don't see one coming, so I'm actually just going to have to play that. And pass a turn and keep up some counter magic. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. He's probably gonna swing first. No, he didn't swing first. Yeah, let it happen. Okay, so he didn't block on any of those. 4, 6, no blocks. Oh man, I'm behind a mana. He might just have this, to be honest with you. I am behind in mana, so he probably just has this. Yeah, I have to actually just block at this point. I'm gonna block over here. Just to survive. Light up the stage. We're gonna let him get light up the stage. Hopefully we can counter something else he tries to do. Which that isn't something, he just could pay into it. If I do have board wipes in the deck, I mean, if I draw any of them, I'm good. I have board wipes to play. But, oh, lucky me. Lucky me. But I mean, I'm still at 4, there's an Emily right there. I'm still at 4 life, so that is a thing. But I think the way this deck plays, it has mostly a lot of creatures. Yep, I need a land. Oh, that land shocks me. Oh, man. That land shocks me, putting me in a place I don't want to be at. But I have to go to that place. It's very sad, but I literally have to go to that place. So any damage at all and I just lose. I'm okay with that. I have a lot of plays here, but this is my best play probably. That's probably my best play so I can start gaining life. Oh man. Just don't draw a shock. Good, okay, I survived long enough. This is a gamble. So good. I'm starting to pull away now. We're definitely going to play that tap. We're going to wait to play our other agent. Let him play something good. Like that Robber of the Witches. I mean, it's decent enough. I might take it. I think it gives him some value. Yeah, I'm probably going to. I have a decent block here, and I also have counter magic up. Boom. There we go. Woo! Woo! Tip of my fingers. Tip of my finger. That's why it's important to play with a lot of lifelink creatures, and I did draw that board wipe. Again, black does need some better board wipe options, but I did draw inside a board wipe in time. Woo! That was a close one, but yeah, that was Sultai Thassa Elementals. It's to me a pretty decent deck. It's doing some things. Again, 4 Gilded, 2 Healers of the Glade, 3 Assassins, 2 Finds, Misery Disputes, 1 Causificate, 2 Overgrowths, 4 Resins, 3 Thassas, 2 Ritual Suits, 2 Cavalier of Night, 2 Yaruks, 3 agents, 1 exclamation. I will put a deck list in there, so I'm not gonna go through everything again. But it works pretty well, I think. Right now it's more set up to go aggressive decks. But you could definitely if the meta change around, there's not a lot of aggressiveness out there. You could definitely change the healer out, and even the overgrowth. You could change that out too. Um, to some different elementals. This will probably become a leafkin. This one would probably be there's like a 3-cost one that draws you a card if you were still just being heavy on the elemental side. I would like to play some earlier interactions. But that's about it. Again, it is more geared towards going against aggression, because I feel like a lot of decks are just really fast paced right now. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Subscribe and everything else. Thank you.